Hi, everybody. So this is our recorded version of Tuesday class. So I'm going to go through some meditation and some breathing and a sequence. And hopefully this will reach some of you that weren't able to come to class. We've had this crazy storm that's hitting everybody everywhere, and the internet was super spotty and I wasn't able to stay signed into Zoom. So here is our class tonight. I hope you're all safe and cozy at home. So we'll start it with some breathing. Everybody find a comfortable seat. And let's really get in that tonight. So when you're seated, there's different ways that you can place your feet. The way that I sit, so I feel really strong through my back and my stomach, is called Siddhasana. And I keep one foot in towards my pelvis and have the other foot in front. And for me, that gives me a lot of stability through my hips. Now for other people, they sit cross-legged or this, which is half lotus. And sometimes this can actually feel like there's a lot of grounding here. But if you are in half lotus, make sure that the hip where the top foot isn't is coming down enough to where you can lift through your ribs. And then there's what we call it crisscross applesauce. Sukhasana, or easy pose, which doesn't mean it's super easy. So find a way to where the legs are crossing and you can still lift up through your ribs and your stomach. Seated. If it feels like it's not that comfortable or stable, put a pillow underneath your bottom. We call them a meditation pillow, right? And then your hips are automatically lifted, and that can give us a little more ease to open up the chest and the shoulders. A beautiful, regal, proud, open, tall seat. And for the breathing today, let's put our hands in Jnana Mudra, thumbs coming into the pointer fingers, the rest of the hands extend, resting on your legs. Pull the breath in through the nose slowly. You can close the eyes. And we're going to exhale through the nose slowly. Keep doing that. Easy inhalation. But we want the belly to rise up and in, and we want the spine to be elongated from the base of the spine at your sacrum all the way up through the crown of the head. That's our in-breath. And on the out-breath through the nose, we're not going to lose that length and we're not going to lose that pull up towards the crown of our head, but we are going to relax the shoulders back and down from the ears. And continue that. Inhale in through the nose. Taller, longer, lighter. Exhale, let the heart open up, shoulders relaxing, sides of the neck relaxing. In breath, pull in the belly. Lift through your ribs, lift out of your hips. Exhale out of the mouth. Inhale through the nose. We're going to have a slight pause at the top of that inhalation and exhale out of the mouth. Inhale in through the nose. Hold it softly. Exhale out of the mouth. Let's let the breath just steady, kind of coming to a natural state, but it's very slow. And we're going to open the eyes, release the finger from the thumb, wiggle your fingers around. Let's do some head rolling. And you stop in any of those places that feel a little tighter than the others. Like, oh, there's one. Don't stop breathing. Send the breath right there. Let's go the other direction. Good. We're going to reach right hand over to the left ear. Pull, gently extend through the left arm. Lift up through the spine some more. Pull in the belly. Make sure you come right back through the middle before you go to the other side. Extend through the right arm. When we get to the middle, pull the chin into the chest. Here, the hands press into the legs, and we're going to lift up through the spine. At the same time, pull the chin into the chest. And then we'll lift up. We're going to go back the other way. It's tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny. We just want an extension through the throat. And bring the chin back in. Let's have a good do some twisting, some rounding. Bring your knees together. We'll take the hands behind us. I want it to be a slow dropping of the knees to each side, just so we can extend through the outside of the hips. And then let's move the pillow. Just keep it over to the side. And on your mat in hands and knees, let's take some time to come into a really beautiful, restorative child's pose. So the butt's going to come back between the heels. You can move the hands back, and we'll put the forehead down. We're going to stay here for some really beautiful, beautiful, beautiful full breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. slide the hands forward, keep the head down, reach the hands way out in front of you. And if the chin comes down to the floor, bring it down. If not, come onto your forehead again. And wiggle the hips down a little bit more towards the floor. And we're going to take the left hand and we're going to move it down by the feet, top of the hand down on the floor. And let's bring the chin back or the forehead. Now, as we're settling into this pose, start to scoot the right hand forward and the left hand back. So we're pulling cross-laterally and in opposite directions with the arms. We're going to switch, left arm coming up, right arm reaching back, top of the hand down on the mat. Pull left arm forward, right arm down towards the feet. Both arms reaching forward, pulling up through hands and knees. Curl the toes under, downward facing dog. And let's move here. Squish it out, nod your head, open your mouth. We're going to slide forward into plank. Bring your knees down. Elbows move straight back and into a small cobra. Looking up, roll the shoulders back. Everybody have a good breath in. And toes curl under. Downward facing dog. Stretching out, pressing into the hands. Big time. Forward through plank. Knees come down. Small cobras. Downward facing dog. And again, plank. Knees, chest, and chin sliding forward. Downward facing dog. Bring your knees down, step the right foot forward. So we're in a lunge, coming up, and we're gonna get deep into the lunge tonight. So hips are gonna move forward. We can even bring the hands down to the floor. Just find some space in this. Move side to side, move back and forth. And then bring both hands on the inside of the right foot. So now we're in this lizard. Curl the toes under, lift up the back leg. Pull that back heel back. Lengthen through your spine, press into the hands. Bring the knee down, and we're going to transition into open hips. Left leg's coming back, and we're going to extend this right leg, toes point, come up, into the leg position for gate pose. And here, keep the hands on the hips. We're going to twist away from the extended arm. And that's actually through the midsection of the torso. Let's try to keep the hips pretty straight. And then back through the center, lift up both arms, and we'll reach out towards the leg to start that side bend, or the hand comes down. We're going to sweep through the center, both hands coming down. Bring this right knee in. Step the left foot out towards the back of your mat. Crawl everything over. Both hands are framing the front left leg, and we're in a low lunge, really low. Send the hips forward. Both hands now come on the inside of that left leg. Wiggle it out a little bit. And then curl the back toes under, lift through the back leg. Press into the hands. Bring the knee down. And we're going to rotate. Everything. Extend the left leg, line up right hip over the right knee, coming up. Hands on the hips, let's twist away from the extended leg. Hips are going to point forward. Coming back towards the center, lift up the arms. Reaching with the left arm, it's on the leg, and you can bring this top arm over to make that side bend happen, or you can start to bring this left hand down and reach the right arm over. I'm going to bring both hands down, slide in that left knee, and we're going to come right back up. If your knees feel scrunchy, put a blanket under them or fold your mat up. Hands are coming to the back. Pull the elbows back. That means we're shooting the sternum forward. From this side, you want the thighs flat. We don't want to get into this right now. We want everything pretty solid on the front of the body. When we pull the elbows back, if we're not scrunching up the shoulders, it's going to send our solar plexus forward. Straight back towards each other. Adding a back bend, let the head drop. Press the solar plexus sternum area forward even more. If you feel like coming back, start here, and that's amazing. If you're a person who has a deeper back bend, curl the toes under, and let's reach back for the heels. And then let the head drop. And come up, sit back on the heels, lift up the arms. Twist, right, slow. Okay, back to the center, pull the breath in. Exhale, twist left. Through the center, breath in. Exhale, right. In and out. We're coming back to the center. We're going to bring the hands down. Downward facing dog. It should feel nice in the spine right now to move it all around. Into a plank. Let's hold it here. So we're gonna lift the hips up, press into the hands. Everything in the bottom part of the body is gonna move to the left. Keep the hands down, but we're twisting and press. And over the toes, legs outside of the right foot, inside of the left foot, twisting, press. Up, knees come down, lower the chest, cobra. Small cobras are great, or you could come all the way up. But let's be conscious about this opening. If you can't get the shoulders back, come down. We don't want to be like up here. Down, back. We'll pull. Slowly, child's pose with the arms extended. Make sure the knees are pretty wide. We don't want to shock the sacrum into anything. I'm going to come back up, downward facing dog. Right leg, reach it up really high so we can get this really big extension through everything. The left heel starts to come down to the ground, press into the hands, lift the right leg even more. Bending the knee, we're going to bring it forward and into pigeon. For many people, it's tremendously helpful in pigeon to have something underneath the hip. So I'm going to use this pillow and put it right in the middle of the mat. So when I step the leg over, my pelvis lands right on that pillow. The front view is like this. What we're going for is this levelness in the hips, no matter where we are, whether we're on the floor or on the pillow. So if you're over here, adjust things like your body and the pillow to move upright. And my foot is going to constantly be scooching forward. Dook, dook, dook. Thinking about having my shin parallel with the front of my mat. That's the thought. And then rearranging the hips so they're solid. We get very upright here. And then you can start to come down. Being on the forearms or all the way down with an exhale. So wherever you are, you can be up here, and this is still going to work, or you can be down low. We're going to take the left hand and the arm and thread it underneath the right. And the right hand, you could still stay on the forearm and move forward, but tip over to the left a little bit. And there's the hamstring. Possibly if the arm's straightening out a lot, the head can come down to the floor. If you need to come up, come up. If you're feeling too much strain in the hamstring, the right hamstring and the hips, just lift yourself up on the forearms, wiggle around a bit. But let's keep the chest pretty open and the breath coming in with ease. We'll lift up. Let's complete this movement by lifting up through the spine, letting the shoulders drop down and back. And we'll bring the hands down. To come out of this, let's sweep the back leg, back it up, and then put it down. And you're probably gonna need some knee bending and some wiggling to get ready for the other side. Going for a really big extension with the left leg lifting. Up, press into the hands, right heel's coming down now. Left leg coming over. If you are using a prop, like a pillow, set the pelvis down. Check out the front leg. We can scooch it forward. Use your hands. And then start to come down. You might have to work slowly for this, staying on the forearms for a bit, and then coming into the full extension. If you're comfortable there, no, comfortable is not the right word. If you feel stable and capable there, we're going to take the right arm underneath, the left arm either stays on the forearm for your balance, or you come onto the shoulder and reach the left arm forward even more. And you can hold it in the twist or come up if it's too much strain through the hip on your left side. And the dogs. And we'll lift up. And we're going to let the chest open, shoulders come back and down again. And Cora doesn't like this pose. She's growling at it. We're going to curl the toes under. Lift up. Lift the leg up. Bend the knees. Exhale big. And move your support. Come down on the knees first. And then let's come on to our bottom. Back to the knee swishing around. Just like we started. Hands behind you. We're going to drop and we're going to extend through the side. Need a little butt massage too after that extended time pigeon. Coming back up, widen your legs. And again, for any of these seated poses, you'll often have more range if your hips are lifted just a bit. The pillow's often too high, so if you need just a blanket to add a little oomph, go ahead and do that and prop like an inch underneath your butt. Sometimes that can make certain poses accessible that aren't accessible if there isn't that lift under your bottom. So let's just really explore the insides of the legs here with the movement of our torso. Keep the feet pretty flexed and move. Just move things around. Come down, twist, rounding, whatever motion is coming. And you can start to feel the way that the direction of the torso is going to affect where the stretch hits the insides of the legs, especially with the feet flexed. And actually try it with your feet pointed. And it changes a lot of points of impact. And then we'll come back to the middle, lift up both arms. And it's the same movement that we did when we were on the knees. We're going to twist. It's from the middle part of the torso. Inhale in the center, exhale to the side. Inhale, exhale. We'll come through the center. Let the arms come down. Shake out the legs a little bit so we can release any kind of tension that's on the inner thighs or even in the knees, right? Roll everything around. We're going to get big. We're going to turn the body towards the right. Both hands on either side of the leg. Press the sternum forward. Let's start with the feet flexed. You can reach out for the feet or the floor. Let's have a pull towards that right flexed foot. And then we can send the gaze lower. We're going to bring the right hand on the inside of the right leg. Reach the top arm over. It could touch the foot, could be up here. Keep the feet flexed. We're going to sweep through the middle. Both hands framing that left leg and start the pull. Keep the feet active. Press heart forward. And transition, left arm down, reach the right arm over. And we'll come through the center, lift up, let's bring the feet together. We're still trying to find this beautiful yogi seat, so we lift up, pull the belly in, roll the shoulders back. Flutter the knees a little bit because we're probably holding on to something in the pelvis, in the groin, right? A little gripping, so we're like, it's all right, you can relax, you can relax, you can relax. And last time with this movement, arms coming up, and we're going to exhale to one side. Inhale up, exhale other side. And up. and down. Bring the knees together. Let's come on to the back. We're going to pull right knee into the chest. Lift up the left toe. Extend towards the ceiling. Bend. Bring the leg down. Bring the right leg down. Pull the left knee in. Lift. Extend. When you get to that extension, flex the foot. We're going to bend. Down. Down. Hug the knee in. Lift. Extend. Flex the foot. Point. Bend. Touch down. Touch down. Other side. Left knee in. Lift. Extend. Flex. Point. Bend. Set down. Set down. Pull. Leg into the chest. Lift. Extend and flex. Point. Bend. Set down. Set down. Hands come on the side of your hips. Let's lift up into a bridge pose. Hands come together. Roll the shoulders underneath. I'm going to lift the chin slightly. Press into your feet. Let's lift hips up a bit more, but don't get all crunchy in your neck. Let's keep it soft. And let the hands go. Roll, slow, slow, slow. Down onto your lower back. Let your pelvic floor and your butt relax. Down here. We're going to pull both knees into the chest now. Legs straight up. Flex the feet. And then you'll probably have to lower to the top of your butt right here to stay stable. And also your belly has to work to hold the legs up. You can open the arms like a T and press the palms down. We're going to keep the feet flexed. We're going to keep the belly working to keep the legs up. This is our inversion. As the belly gets tired, use your breathing. Maybe straighten the legs a little bit more. Pull that coccyx down. And when we breathe out, keep the legs extended and lower them to one side. You'd possibly reach out and grab the feet. Most often you have to move the feet up a bit. Keep the left arm extended or the opposite arm extended. We're going to turn the head towards that opposite arm. Pull the legs up straight. Call on your belly and maintain that straightness as you let them fall with control over to the other side. Opposite arm extended. Turn your head towards the arm. Maybe reach out for the feet and grab the feet. Pull the legs up. And we're going to bend. Wrap your arms around the shins and rock around. Release all your muscles in your tummy that are holding on. Grab your pillow or your blanket that's nearby. We're going to place it underneath the lower back.
We're going to bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall out. You can place your hands right on your belly. The eyes closed. If the knees or the inner thighs feel any kind of strain, put pillows or blankets underneath your legs so there's something to support them. If the opening feels nice without it, let it be. So staying here and just letting the easy breath come in through the nose. And a soft, easy breath out of the nose. And we use this time to devote our brain energy into the physical response of our body to our breath. Use that powerful mind to release any kind of contraction happening in your body, often that we're not aware is happening. And then you can bring the knees together, straighten the legs out. We'll take a few minutes in Shavasana. And then let yourself come out of it really slowly. Give full attention to all your little movements as you wake them up. Before you come all the way up, roll onto one side. Stay there like a baby. Gather everything. And then come all the way up. Thank you so much. Wishing you
Lots of heart tonight. Lots of rest tonight. And lots of peace. And hopefully see y'all soon.